Alrighty. So, I don't know about you guys, but it seems to me that good old rock and roll is somewhat of a pastime of the American life. You know, from Jimi Hendrix playing the Star Spangled Banner to Bruce Springsteen rocking the Super Bowl, many musicians like myself have been inspired by these great acts to pick up a guitar and just go out there and do it themselves. But no matter whether you're Jimi Hendrix or me, musicians of any caliber still have fears of what can possibly happen while they're on stage. So one of these musicians' nightmares would be, let's say you're out there performing and all of a sudden, oh no, my guitar string just broke. What do I do? Well, I'm here to show you the fast and easy steps to send those musicians' nightmares on their way by disposing of, replacing, and getting in tune a new guitar string. Well, first of all, what we have to do is get this beaten up, broken guitar string off there so we can put the new one on. What you do is take this tool, which is called a string winder, and place it on what's this called is the tuning peg. You place it on there, and basically what you're doing is just loosening this up so you're able to just take it and pull it right off, like so. And you just have to watch out, since many guitarists play their guitars quite a bit, so the string can be burred and sharp, and just, you know, you could cut yourself on the ends or whatever, but just use general caution with that. Alright, so you take your new guitar string, which I have handily placed right here, so I can easily get it out, and you feed it through its hole in the bridge. It's called the bridge. It holds your strings here at the body. You feed it through and follow the neck up to its own tuning peg, which you want to get in, and place it back in here. Now, the most important thing to remember when restringing your guitar is that you have to leave a bit of slack in the string when you're winding this back up, because if you don't, if you pull this tight, then when you start winding it, it'll get so tight that it'll just snap right back off, and then, you know, you have to start the whole entire process over again. So you take your string winder again and you start winding the string, always remembering that you have a bit of slack in there. Another thing to remember is when you're winding the string up, you always wind with the string going towards the neck, not away from it. So in other words, when the tuning peg is on this side, you'd be winding the string clockwise. So, you know, you just start going with it. And you have to have a little bit of patience. It just has to feed through and do its course. And what I do is I hold my thumb down here and keep it steady, because otherwise it'll jump around and you may not be able to get it on there all the way. Another thing to make sure is that you have to have it on the bridge instead of falling off, because otherwise, again, when you tighten it up, if it's hanging down here and gets caught in something, it'll get so tight that it'll just break off again. So now that we have it on there pretty tight, you'll notice that compared to all the other ones, it's out of tune. So what you need to do is take a tuner, and I have two types here. This is a headpiece mounted tuner, which mounts on to the headboard, or you have your standard cable input tuner. We'll just use this one because it's a better example. So you look up the tuner, you see a screen with what will appear as a letter here, and the letter represents the key which the string is closest to. You put that on here and you play, and do you see the letter on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that, it says D. This string, however, is supposed to say E. So you tune it up until you get to E. Now it says E. The thing is, it's not quite a perfect key of E. So you have to follow it. There's a little arrow on the screen here, if you notice. And if it's pointing to the right of the letter, then that means that the string is sharp. And sharp means that your note is too high than what it's supposed to be. If it's pointing to the left of the letter, then your note is flat, which means your note is too low what it's supposed to be. You want it to be pointing straight up at the letter, so it's perfect, which you have right there. Then all you need to have left to do is take your standard wire cutters again, cut off the excess, and you're good to go. So I know that's a lot to remember, so we'll just take some time to review. Basically, if your string breaks off, what you need to do is just make sure you get all of the broken string out of here by using a string winder or your fingers if you have the time, so you can put on the new string. Then you take the new string and feed it through the bridge and then its tuning peg so that you're able to put it on, but always remembering that you need to leave a bit of slack in it so it won't break when you tighten it up. And then when you're tightening it, you always tighten with the string turning towards the guitar neck. Once you get that, you just tune it up using the tuner. After that, you just cut off the excess and you're good to go. So pretty much you're just good to go out and keep on rocking. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Very good. Wow. Now you can play a song for us.
Well, I need to check that.
Check that and make sure.
Check and make sure. You have to do it again. We can do it again. We can do it again.